Yeah. Okay, bye.
Hi, I'm Brett Twigg, Sales Engineer at StorageCraft. With this StorageCraft tech tip, let's look at how easy it is to recover your system using the ShadowProtect recovery environment. My system's down, but the first thing I want to do is use the ShadowProtect CD or the IT edition to boot into the recovery environment. As we boot off the ISO or the CD, it'll come into a menu that will allow us to choose whether we want the 2008 R2 Windows recovery environment or the 2003 legacy environment. We recommend the 2008 environment because it does have better support. It'll now load up the Windows PE environment that our recovery environment is built off of. Once the recovery environment comes up, it first asks if we want to start the networking support. So we can click OK and we'll go out and automatically load the network drivers needed for the recovery environment in your system. Once I'm in the recovery environment, I can easily go in and load drivers by selecting the path where I've got the drivers for my NIC card, a custom storage controller, whatever it might be. I can also go into my network configuration. In my case, I don't have a DHCP server running, so I'm going to give it a static address. I'll click Apply, and once it's applied my IP address, I can go in and map a drive to my NAS device or my BDR, wherever I'm keeping my backup images. So I'll go in and map a drive to drive L. I'll select the path to my device, in my case my NAS, and to the directory that's holding the images for my file server that I want to recover. I'll put in the credentials needed to access that device, and then say map drive. Now I can go ahead and close, and then I can go in and restore my volume. When I restore my volume, I can go into the Restore wizard and select Next, tell it I want to do a full restore, say Next, and browse out to where my images are kept. In this case, I just mapped a drive on my computer to my NAS device. So we'll go down here and select that location. And then I've got all the images for my file server, and I can go down and select a point in time and open that up, click Next, and this will go in and pull up the dependency chain of all the images that will be needed to restore to that point in time. I can also go in and do partition operations, delete in an existing volume, and also create new partitions and new volumes. So I'll go in here and I can tell it to create an exact primary partition at the beginning of the free space. I can recreate the original partition in the same place, and so we've got quite a few options here. It's now recreated my drive, the exact size I need for this backup image to be restored. I'll go ahead and select that and say Next. And then I can say Finalize. Now, if I wanted to, I could not finalize this, and that would allow me to come back and add subsequent incrementals. In this case, we will go ahead and finalize it and say Next, and this will set the partition as active and restore my MBR. We'll say Next and Finish. And it'll now go in and lay down all the data from that backup along with all the services, the OS, and everything needed to completely restore that volume and get my server back up and running. It's just that easy.